Hello. Hi, everyone. Who's here? Hello, hello, hello. Cool. How are you guys? Excuse me. Hey, everyone. Welcome. Early? Yeah, I am a little early, a few minutes early. Rough, but it's fine now. Why? Why rough? Why? Jan, you need to watch today's treasure map. I do. I actually still need to watch episode. I need to watch the previous one, actually. So, but I will get to it. I will get to it. It's so cute. I bet it is because I think this is the episode where they actually interact with the Tumes, right? Let's see. There is no subtitles yet anyway. Okay. Cool. I noticed your keyboard. Are you a gamer? Yes, I am a gamer. I also well, I used to. I don't work for it anymore, but I used to help program um mobile games. So Indonesian COVID is worse in here, but today the COVID is low now. That's good. At least that's good. At least the numbers are going low. I'm glad to hear. All right. So, if you guys just got in, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. As you can see with the title, we are going to read into GD today. So, yeah. Have you reacted to Octo Musician's Battlefield? That song is amazing. Yes, I watched it and I reacted to it, but I haven't uploaded it. I'm uploading it as soon as I can. I love your shirt. It's Mickey. Yes, Mickey's my Mickey's also my favorite. I love Mickey Mouse. Yeah, we're gonna read GD today. We're just gonna wait a couple more minutes before we begin. When is he coming back? I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I literally just started this stream like 3 minutes ago. We'll find out. We'll see what the cards say. We'll see what Spirit wants to tell us about GD right now and what we can expect from him in the future. So we'll see. We'll see. Top lives in LA. I saw a lot of posts about it on Twitter. I saw that apparently he's really like it's confirmed that he does like live here now or whatever. So that's wild, but I think it's because I mean the rumor has been kind of spreading around that he's trying to record an album right now. So we'll see. All right. So I think we could start now. I think this is a good amount. Okay, so let's get into it. For those that just came in, welcome. You're screaming about Top. Who isn't screaming about Top? I saw all those photos of him, but yeah. Today we're focusing on GD and such. So, hi, I'm Jan. I'm a tarot reader. Been doing this for, 17 years now? gosh, where did the time go? But yeah, I've been a tarot reader for 17 years now, and as you watch this live stream, even though this is a tarot reading, please do keep in mind that nothing I ever say today out of these messages may fully resonate or not, because okay, the universe is always working, the energy is always shifting, and people like GD still have a free will of choice, so anything I ever say today could still change, okay? Nothing is ever 100% definite, factual, or fixated. Nothing is set in stone, all right? I have openings for personal readings up until October, so feel free to check out my website. It is pinned on the live chat and also in the description box below, okay? Love the nails. Thank you. I haven't had these claws in a while. It's only been like what, 2 days since, so but yeah, or 3 days. 2 days, 3 days. Today's the third day. So Top should move out from Korea anyways because South Korea treats him so horrible. Yeah, no comment there. No comment there. I'm late again. You're not that late. I didn't even start yet. I'm only 6 minutes in this live stream, so yeah. Let me move my laptop. It's kind of shaky. There we go. Okay, so let's get into it. Thank you to the anonymous VIP who booked this reading. She is also the same one that booked Top's reading. So thank you. Thank you very much. You have been an avid supporter of mine, so thank you very much. You have no idea how much it's helped me out. And then also, it supports the channel. It also gives us the opportunity to have insight spiritually and energetically for our favorites. So thank you again. So anyways, yeah, let's get into it since it's paid and I have your questions ready to go right here. All right, so because this is a solo reading, I don't have a standard flow of questions, so it's not like a dynamic reading. I haven't done a solo reading in a while, so yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. I will be taking the payer's questions. She has sent me a good amount of questions. I will storm through those, and then if I have extra time, I will have you guys send me in your questions, and then after that I will pull oracle cards for advice for GD, and then obviously for the fans, and then I will also check his aura or his chakras. Okay, sounds good, right? Everyone ready? Let's get into it. So the first question from the pair. Obviously, we're going to check on his energy first and see. But, yeah. First question. Let me see. Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, so we're going to check his current state physically, emotionally, and mentally. So let's check. How long can I book for Jongwoo? What do you mean? I read the last time I read Jongwoo was a while back, so he is open to be scheduled again if you want me to read Jongwoo. So yeah, I can read him anytime, but he's already scheduled, so he's gonna be read on on September 26th. So someone already booked Jongwoo. Okay, I had to recheck that. So someone already booked Jongwoo, and I'll be reading him on September 26th. Okay, so after that reading, if you want me to read him again, I suggest you wait like 4 months, 4 to 5 months. We just need to let time pass. I don't suggest reading into someone all the time. You know what I mean? You have to let time pass. All right, so okay, let's go with GD. Let's check his current state right now, physically, mentally, spiritually. All right, a lot of cards. All right, and yes, Jason is here. Hi, Jason. Yeah. So how is GD doing today? How is GD currently doing today? How is GD doing today? Ooh, that's a lot of energy going on. How is GD currently doing today? Okay. Working hard, but at what? You guys are going to really like this. Oh, snap. What is going on? Cards, I know this is GD, and it's because he's always grand. Honestly, I get it, but this is not the time right now for some predictions. You guys are already, my cards are excited for GD's energy right now. All right, so right now he's doing pretty well. You know what it is? Actually, today is the perfect day to be reading GD because today is the first day of Leo season, and everyone knows that GD is one of the, if not most, successful Leos in the entertainment industry. So it doesn't surprise me that his energy is really good today because it is the first day of Leo season. Anyways, yeah. So let's talk about this. I was just simply asking how he's doing. We currently have the Seeker of Coins, or better known as the Page of Coins. We could see that. The Page of Coins. This one talks about hardworking, excited about something, working on a project, investing in some things, cleverly, again, excitedly, passionately. What makes me excited is this next card to tie it in with this page, or Seeker of Coins. We have the Three of Coins. There is a collaboration right now going on under his sleeve. Okay, so he's excited about working with a certain team of people, a certain group, collaborating with a certain group of people right now. So it's not just his energy that's all over the place. I'm picking up on him and other people that he's working with right now. And it also looks like these people from the Three of Coins energy is abroad. It's international. We have the World card in place. All right, this is a big deal, the World card. So not only is he excited right now, not only is he doing well and working hard on something, this also distinguishes and emanates that he's almost done. So whatever that he's been working on with these people, he's almost done with this. He's almost ready. The World card is karmic. The World card talks about going in full circle. It's about being almost there. And so again, whatever he's been working on with these two energy cards here, this is talking about that he's almost there. He's almost done. And that's why he's excited. All right. I think it's a perfect time to talk about this because it is Leo season. So all right, pretty good start, actually. Let's put you back in the deck. Thank you, cards. Okay, so continuing off the question, let's actually break it down. How is he doing physically? How is he doing physically at this time right now? How is he doing physically? How is he doing physically? If you just got in, welcome. Okay, how is he doing physically at this time? How is he doing physically? Okay, he's a little okay. He's excited, right? He's excited earlier, but physically he's tired, a little tired. I think he's been overworking himself. We have the Conqueror of Swords in reverse, or better known as the Knight of Swords in reverse. This just kind of talks about probably like maybe he's been in negotiation a lot these days, talking a lot. So it sounds like he's kind of more probably experiencing a lot of headaches, maybe a lack of sleep these days, insomnia, you know what I mean? A little fatigued, nothing too terrible, but he is pretty busy, and I think it's kind of been wearing him out energetically. Yeah, and then we also have the Fool in reverse. So the Fool in reverse also health-wise talks about, you know, not really able to reset your body properly overnight. So this is why I talk about insomnia, fatigue, having trouble sleeping, headaches. So again, just A little bit probably because of the stressful parts that he's been working really hard, so he's unable to fully rest until it's done. So he's unable, with the full card reverse, it's being unable to start a new day like properly with a fresh new, energy, because again, he's just working way too hard every single day. It's nothing to worry about too much. I just feel like that's how he is, especially when he's like on the go or when he is on the momentum. It's one of those, it's like once you start, you can't stop kind of vibe. So yeah, nothing to stress on too much. But he has been working really hard. So, all right. How is he doing mentally? How is he doing mentally? Hello, hello. If you just got in, welcome. Hi, Marisol. All right. How is he doing mentally? Mentally, all over the place a little bit. Let me see. Clarifier. Yep. Yeah, a little bit all over the place, but he's managing. He's managing. We have the Temperance in reverse. This is just kind of being out of balance, all over the place. Some things are neglected, some things are not. Some other parts of life is too focused. Other parts are just kind of in the back burner. So he's a little all over the place. He's thinking in here and there what to do, kind of disorganized in a sense. But at least he's like pushing through. He's powering through it. He's trying to manage. So don't worry. We have the Justice card here. So this just talks about how, again, this is Libra energy, by the way. So Justice and the Temperance in reverse just talks about time management, energy management, really pushing through. So his brain's probably just like a little bit scattered. So, okay. I think that he might be doing a lot better since you're able to read him a bit easier this time around. No, a little bit. I'm able to read him a lot better today. Just for the fact that maybe it's because of the full moon as well. The full moon in Aquarius, especially we're hitting the Leo season, it's impacted me a bit stronger. So I'm like a lot more tapped in. So it really just differs. It just depends. But I will admit, it is a lot easier to read him today than the last time I read him. So anyway, next, what did I say? I did spiritually, physically, mentally. She wanted to know emotionally. Let's try emotionally a little bit if we're allowed. Can we know how he's doing emotionally? Are we allowed to know? How is Judy doing emotionally? Are we allowed to know? Thank you. GD. Okay. Bottom of the deck is okay. Emotionally, he's probably feeling a little lonely. Yeah. I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm not going to put into too much details, but the energy just suddenly shifted, and it does feel lonely. Now that I'm like tapped into him emotionally, he's a little lonely, kind of thinking to himself, kind of isolated in his own solitude. Like when after work, he's probably just minding his own business, but he feels a little lonely. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yeah. Let's see. Any advice there? Okay, but he powers through it. He knows how to distract himself for sure. So these cards. Okay. So yeah, there's, he knows how to distract himself. He removes himself from the feeling of loneliness by being productive. So Seeker of Wands or the Page of Wands. Again, like I said, he distracts away from his lonely feelings by being productive and working hard. And I think that's why he has those momentums where he won't stop until like a project is finished or whatever. So yeah, and I say the loneliness part because we do also have the Seeker of Cups in reverse or the Page of Cups in reverse. A lot of feelings here, not unable to express, so he just kind of keeps it to himself. But he knows how to power through it at least. But yeah, a little lonely, a little lonely. But it's not something to just like completely be worried. There's a lot of people kind of misunderstand the feeling of loneliness. Loneliness can actually be very beautiful. Okay, it can be bittersweet for a lot, but if you look at it in different perspectives, loneliness does have its own beauty. You get to actually sit with yourself and actually appreciate by reflecting in your solitude. So there is a beauty there. So yeah, don't worry too much about him. All right. There's nothing wrong about feeling lonely. It's just an adjustment. Okay, moving forward. Now, so the next question from our pair. So what would GD like to achieve for himself at this point? All right. What would GD like to achieve for himself at this point? All right. What would GD like to achieve for himself at this point? Oops. For himself, please. Really? My cards are, cards are like both hot and cold at the same time. Why is that? Okay. So I honestly only have one thing to share with you about what GD wants to achieve at this point. But let me save one thing, because I only say that there's one thing to share because he himself isn't sure. And I feel like you can get to that point, like not knowing what else you want to achieve, especially after achieving so many, in due time. GD has many accomplishments already. And at this point, GD doesn't know where else to go or how much further he wants to go from here. But he's thinking about it. I say this because of the Two of Swords in reverse. Two of Swords in reverse is about pretty much like the feeling of going on in your life with blindfolds on, right? You're like, okay, I have all this together. What more can I do? But you're doing this. You're walking along the path of life with a blindfold on. So, but in the best sense, in a positive sense, GD is thinking about it. It's making him reflect, right? It's making him really think about how much further he can go, whether it's personal, whether it's in this industry. It doesn't matter. He's reflecting and thinking about things with this Two of Swords. So I can't say that there's a lot to share about what he wants because he himself is not entirely sure at this point. But there is one, and I think everyone could agree to this. He does want to have a grand comeback. He does want to have a grand comeback. We have the Sovereign of Swords, or the Queen of Swords, and he wants to embody this. He wants to make a stand, right? He wants to come out, wants to come back and be like, yo, I have something to say with my music. I have something to share with my music, with my vision, with my art. And that is one of the biggest wishes he has at this point in this current time. And it's happening. I'm telling you, it's happening very soon. Why? Because we have the Nine of Cups, right? Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card. So whatever I said, this him wanting to be the Queen of, Swords energy, it's happening. It's in the works. It's coming into play. And I even mentioned this earlier in the beginning of this reading. So the Nine of Cups says he'll get there. He'll get there. And later on, he'll know what to do after. So even though he has that Two of Swords in reverse, like, again, not entirely sure what he wants to do next, he is thinking about it. The good thing is, or the interesting part is, even though he himself is not sure, what's really cool about GD is, in spite of being in uncertainty, he's really good at just trying everything. It's not like he's sitting there. You know what I mean? He's not, even though he's unsure of what to do next, he's still doing something about it. He's not thinking of it by being lazy or just laying in bed all day or just sitting around and just blindlessly watching TV like a zombie. No, he's actually doing something about it. In spite of his uncertainty and not being sure, he's trying to figure out what he wants to do next by trying things, by trying new things. You know what I mean? And it's honestly like the best way to hit any kind of slump, to go over any slump. If you're stuck on something, just try. Even if you don't know what to try, just try everything, you know, and see what fits right or what feels right. And that's exactly what GD is doing with this Two of Swords. So Nine of Cups, again, to confirm, he will come out on top. He will make a comeback. And later on, we're going to see more things about him as he is, you know, along the journey of rediscovering what he wants in the future. So, perfect. Let's move on. Let's move on forward. Okay. The next question from this pair is asking, as the leader of Big Bang, what does he hope for the group? Oh. What does he hope for the group? All right. The zombie life is me. No, yeah. I mean, it's okay to have that zombie life here and there, but to have it every day, All right, so what exactly does he want for his group? As being a leader, what does he want for the group? What does he want for the group? Just a reminder, I'm not speaking for GD. I'm only relaying messages of what the cards are saying. So I'm channeled into GD's energy. I'm just going to word it as close as possible as it feels with the cards, okay? So I'm not trying to speak for GD. I'm relaying a message of what the cards are relaying to me, okay? All right. So as leader of Big Bang, what does he want for the group? As GD is the leader of Big Bang, what does he want for the group? Anything? Nothing? Is he uncertain for this too? That's kind of low-key sad, not gonna lie. But I can understand why that would be. Nothing? Nothing. Cards. Oh, there you go. Okay. Aww. Here we go. All right. Let's see. I'm just going to pull some oracle cards. One moment. What else does he want as leader? That's what I thought. Well, as leader of Big Bang, what does he want for the group? Interesting. His energy's a little, it's bittersweet. It's a little bittersweet. Okay. Well, some of you might cry. Not terrible. But let me just say right? What does he want for the group? Because he is still the leader of Big Bang, right? So he just wants them to be happy. I'll keep that pretty simple. I'll start it off with that. He just wants the group to be happy, all right? Is the camera shaking? Yes. Look, it's my laptop. So every time I move and shuffle, it shakes my laptop. Sorry. So he just wants, okay, let me redo that. I got distracted by your question. But again, plain and simple, I will start it off that GD just wants the group to be happy. It doesn't matter how. All he cares about is that the group is happy. Why? We have the 10 of Cups. Okay. Cups energy, water sign energy is about it's about your emotions. And 10 is about completion, the highest amount of happiness, the most positive amount of happiness. Okay, so the 10 of Cups, he just wants everyone to be okay and everyone happy. Selfishly though, okay, that's him being selfless, right? This is him being selfless for the group and understanding and giving and nurturing. Now, the selfish part, if he's in the selfish end of what he wants for the group, let's see. He wants to have a comeback and he wants their recognition to be back. Not that to say he doesn't think, not to say he thinks that they're not, popular anymore, but he does miss the adrenaline rush, if you get my drift. The 6 of Wands. Okay, 6 of Wands talks about acknowledgement, energy, feedback, again, acknowledgement, being praised, hype, right? So the 6 of Wands just says, selfishly, he wants to feel that again. He wants to feel that again with Big Bang, not just him as a soloist or anything. He wants to feel like that with the group again, okay? And now, another thing that he does wish for the group. We have the Moon card, okay? The Moon card is interesting, plus the 2 of Swords. So the 2 of Swords is back again, but this time it's upright, not reversed. So earlier I had the 2 of Swords for the question, what does he want for himself, right? And I said he doesn't know exactly because this was reversed. This time with the group, it's upright, right? 2 of Swords upright with the Moon. This actually says, these two together actually says that for the group, GD wants, how do I keep this short and simple? GD wants another chance. GD wants another chance. What do I mean by another chance? Because the Moon talks about secrets and not illusions, okay? There's secrets, illusions, mysteries. And with these two cards together, it just talks about how there was a lot of plans before. There was a lot of plans already, but it never came to the surface. So now all those old plans that he has had with Big Bang are currently hiding in the shadows of the Moon, right? The Moon shines, but when it's not shining, it's void. All those plans that him and Big Bang has had before are still in the void. You know what I mean? And that's what he wants. Like, that's what he wishes. He wishes for, here's the 2 of Swords again. He wishes for that second chance for these plans to come back, right? So that's what he wants, because they had apparently really big plans. I'm clarifying this with the Courage card. Okay, Courage card, it says, I find inner strength to face fear with confidence. So I will not sugarcoat this, because it looks to me that GD has had his own doubts, and that's completely fine and normal. We're all human here, and so is GD, right? GD has had his doubts about whether it'll happen, whether it will come about, whether if they'll even get a chance to do it the way they have always wanted to. So he's had his own uncertainties. He's only human like the rest of us, right? But he's still holding on to some hope. He is still holding on to some hope, because we have the Trust card also. Trust card, it says, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly, right? So he's following his inner instincts. in spite of like the doubts, the mysteries, the course of time. He's waiting for the right time. And like I said, he's just kind of filling this void with productivity, you know? So, yeah. He's waiting for the right time. All right, let me put that to the side. Is there, okay, thank you. Okay, so yeah, he wants to see fans again, wants to travel again with the group, maybe a world tour. That's what he wants, at least. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but this is definitely what he wants, since that was a question, right? The world card. Also, another thing that this card is saying, he wants unfinished business finally done. I'm not going to go into detail of what those are. Okay, I think you guys are very aware what those things could have been. You know, shoulda, coulda, woulda. The world card, again, talks about how he wishes there, you know, to meet, to travel, but to also finish unfinished business, to complete unfinished business, whether it's plans promotionally or other things, you know, things. So, yeah. Moving forward, is there anything else before I move on to the next question? It's a lot. Is there anything else before we move on to the next question? Yeah. Interesting. So one other thing he wishes to have. Okay. One other thing he wishes to have, because he's leader of Big Bang. So what he wants for the group. First, bottom of the deck is the Three of Cups. This is a celebration or a rejoice. And the Three of Cups talks about celebration in terms of victory. And we also have the Judgment card, right? The Judgment card and the Three of Cups together. This just talks about how he wishes to celebrate about something that has been, you know, too prolonged, a little too overdue. And we all know what that is. I mean, obviously, like the cases, the waiting period of what's to come, but he wants fairness happening. And then we also have the Death card here. The Death card talks about change, right? It's been too quiet, right? He feels the silence because of the Seven of Coins in reverse. Seven of Coins in reverse talks about too much silence. There's no progress. Things are feeling delayed every single time he thinks about it, you know? So this is just a long period of waiting, a long period of needed patience without seeing any progress. So he's really biting his own tongue right now. He's biting his own tongue, just waiting for the right moment, for judgment to happen, for judgment to come into play, and then they could, you know, finally rejoice and celebrate with that Three of Cups, right? And finally come into the place of change. So he's just waiting, as patient as you are. For those that are like really dying on hoping what's going to happen next, he's waiting just as much as you are, right? So thanks, cards. Let's move on forward. Moving on to the next question from the pair. Okay, is everyone ready to cry some more? What does he want to say to his members? All right, I'm going to ask first if it's okay. I'm going to ask if it's okay to channel him for that, and then we'll see. Can I ask this question? It ain't a Big Bang reading without tears running down your cheek. I'm so sorry. I mean, it'd really be like that, wouldn't it? Big Bang just has that. Okay. That's a lot. Relax. Okay, can we ask about GD and what he wants to say to his numbers? Ooh, I feel that sudden surge of energy. Woo. That was draining. Okay. Wow, that was really draining. Can I see? Okay, I can channel it. I'm allowed to ask. Okay. First, because that was really draining, let me just spray right real quick, some energy cleansing. Okay, that was draining. Let's start with Top. So what would he like to say to Top? What would he like to say to Top? Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you. That was just the question. Asking the question was like, I don't know, I felt the weird pull at my energy. I was like, whoa, okay. It's probably because it's GD. It's probably because it's GD. So what would he like to say to Top? What would he like to say to Top if he could or hasn't? Too many. Relax, cards. Relax. If I'm silent, by the way, I'm just focusing on the download, okay? That's a lot more emotional than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so what would GD like to tell Top if he could? Let's start with the Justice card in reverse. The Justice card in reverse. Okay, Justice is Libra energy. Again, I'm not going to try to speak for GD's voice. I'm just going channeling what his energy says and it being translated through the cards. Justice in reverse talks about how GD is apologetic, that he couldn't do more. He acknowledges for Top with Top's own history, basically his history of hardship, trial, and tribulation. So in a way, he acknowledges and he wants to tell Top that he's sorry for the experiences that he's had, even before, like even way before. He also is apologetic because he feels like I guess this is not too personal, but it's like with the 9 of Coins in reverse, GD kind of wishes he could have done more for Top. He wishes he could have defended him a lot better or just stuck up for him a lot better. There's also the Ruler of Swords in reverse. So the King of Swords in reverse. This is also him wishing in a sense that he knew better how to express himself towards Top. And then in the same aspect or in the same perspective, he wishes that Top didn't have to feel so bad. Apparently, I'm not supposed, I mean, this isn't a Top reading, you know, this isn't a Top reading. I already read Top a few days ago, but Ruler of Swords or the King of Swords in reverse, kind of like vice versa reciprocation here. It's like GD wishes Top could open up more about certain things, and then he wishes he could open up and like talk to him about, you know, making him feel more comfortable. Basically, to summarize it, GD feels obligated to take care of Top. Like he has a protective side just because he is leader, right? As leader, even though Top is older, GD being leader has this sense of obligation to protect Top. I mean, obviously I'm going to read into the other members too, but yeah, he just feels bad because he feels kind of responsible. So he does feel bad, but he's very happy for Top right now. So there's a lot of pride that happens here. We have the Seeker of Wands or the Page of Wands and the Fool card together. So he looks at Top and he's like, Young, I'm so happy for you of what, you know, you had to do your own self-discovery, and it sounds like and it looks like you've kind of realigned with who you are or realigned with what makes you happy. So I'm happy to see you come from a place of hardship but getting into a better state and a much more happier state. I haven't seen you, you know, this happen in a while, so I'm really glad you were able to do that for yourself. Okay, it's that kind of feeling. It's that kind of feeling. There's a sense of pride here. It's a very strong sense of pride. And what I do love about those two, I haven't really talked about Big Bang as much because everyone knows me to be like always talking about treasure, because that's what most of you guys are. Most of you guys are treasure makers. But I have always loved the dynamic between GD and Top because they kind of balance each other. GD is a Leo. Top is a Scorpio. GD is fire. Top is water. And they're both fixed signs. Leo and Scorpio are fixed signs. So in a sense, they're very similar because they're fixed signs. But in a sense, they're very complete polar opposites because of the fire versus water aspect. And I've always loved that dynamic. And it's just like one of my favorite duos ever. But they have that interesting karmic understanding between the two of them. It's almost as if, I mean, I haven't read into it, but they've known each other for a very long time, and you can see that there's like a soulmate bond there. I'm not going to confirm that. This is not a dynamic reading, so maybe next time if one of you books me to read GD and Top together, that would be cool. But I'm just going to say there is like a really strong bond between them spiritually that makes them that tight and understanding. So even if both of them struggle to speak on certain things together, in a way they still get it. Like they understand where they're both coming from, which is really nice. So yeah. Oh my God. Thank you for the tip. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, but thank you so much, Cheryl. Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot. All right, so moving on. What does GD want to tell Taeyang or Youngbae? What does GD want to say to Youngbae? You know what I just realized? Wow. Here, I mean, I didn't just realize it, but I just remembered it. GD is a Leo fixed sign. Top is a Scorpio fixed sign. Daesung, wow. Daesung and Taeyang are both Tauruses, but that's also fixed sign. Wow. That's crazy. That makes actually a lot of sense. I should have talked about that in the Big Bang group reading. Anyway, sorry, that was a weird epiphany. All right, what does GD want to say? What does GD want to say? What does GD want to say to Taeyang or Youngbae? Oh, ironically, right? Ironically, no one's booked me to read Taeyang yet. No one's booked me to read Taeyang yet. And I don't know if that's because subconsciously we might have really high hopes that Youngbae is like he doesn't need to be read, you know what I mean? But interestingly enough, I'm surprised right now. I'm very surprised right now because what GD wants to tell Youngbae is that it looks to me, again, I haven't tapped into Daesung yet or Seungri, but it looks to me that Youngbae is the most hurt about the situation compared to all of them. Youngbae is very religious, and I love that about him. He's very religious, and he has a high faith, high hope, and I love that. Love that about him. But he's still human too, and he gets hurt too. So it looks to me that Youngbae is the most hurt about the situation. He's just really good at being strong. Now, I say this, I'm not saying this to project anything. I'm only saying this, I have to keep reminding you, I'm saying what the cards are showing me. 3 of Swords is pain, okay? 3 of Swords, like it's a heart being stabbed, okay? It's a heart being stabbed with 3 swords here. And this is probably why, how should I say this? Because what GD wants to tell Youngbae, especially with this 3 of Swords, this is a negative card right now. But there is a very positive card here. The 10 of Cups is here, right? So here's the thing. GD wants to tell Youngbae, I know you're frustrated. I know you're hurt about the situation. I know it's really frustrating of what's going on right now. However, I'm very proud of you for doing the most to always look at it in a positive end. That's the specialty about Youngbae. In spite of how frustrated he could be, or in spite of how hurt a situation is, or circumstances are, he's really good, because this is why he's this religious, because it helps him transform negative aspects into positive light. And GD wants to tell him he really admires that about him. He looks at Youngbae, he's like, I don't know how you do it. You're the most optimistic one that I know. You take the most heartbreaking situations and you still are able to look at it positively. You're still able to look at it from different perspectives. And then Queen of Cups, Sovereign of Cups. So GD has a really strong amount of love for Youngbae, but he wants to tell Youngbae that he respects Youngbae for not being able, for not letting bad things take him down. You know, he doesn't let go of hope. He doesn't let his emotions drag him. He doesn't let his emotions or any of that hurt or negativity decipher what's bound to happen in the future. He doesn't let it control him. So Youngbae is very faithful. He's very loyal to his faith, to his trust in God, higher power, and GD really respects and admires that. Right? So it's really nice, actually. I know it's bittersweet to look at the 3 of Swords under Youngbae's spread, but again, positive aspect is he's really good at transcending energy. So in other words, he really is the sun, right? Taeyang is the sun. And again, he pretty much just lives up to his name. He lives up to his name, and GD admires that. GD wholeheartedly and genuinely loves that about him. He lives up to that name for being the sun. Jan, Somi pre-single Dum Dum on, okay, August 2nd. Nice. I'm ready. Okay. So let's move on. Let's go to Taesong. We're going to read Taesong. Taesong, please. Thank you. Taesong, what would Judy like to tell Taesong? What would Judy like to tell Taesong? Nope. What would Judy like to tell Taesong? What would Judy like to tell Taesong? No. Very similar to Taeyang. Very similar to Taeyang. So first, let's talk about the Hermit card. Let's talk about the Hermit card into play. This is Virgo energy, but GD wants to give credit to Taesong for really keeping his peace. The Hermit is about solitude, about isolation, reflection, thinking, being alone in your own environment and space. So it looks to me Daesung has really stepped away from the, like, not from the group, but just from unnecessary environments. Let's just put it at that. And it may have required him to also slightly detach from, from being physically close or in proximity with GD or with the group in general. So he has been doing his own thing. And what GD would like to say is that he's proud of him for being able to do that. He's proud of Daesung, and he admires and respects that Daesung has been putting his own boundaries. He's been putting his own boundaries. Now, also, kind of similar to Taeyang's, we have the Sun card. Okay, the Sun card's here. And it's kind of giving the same energy we had with the Ten of Cups and Taeyang's. So Sun, GD wants to say thank you for being very optimistic and always, protecting yourself the best way possible. By you doing that, it's allowed me and the other members to do better as well. So Daesung, I really do admire and respect what you've been doing for yourself, for your sake, okay, for your peace and sanity to be aligned. We also have the Seeker of Cups, okay? Seeker of Cups, basically GD wants to also tell him how much love he does have for Daesung. In a way, he hopes that Daesung could still, reach out to him if he wants. It sounds like, how do I say this? It sounds like Daesung has been very careful these days with, how to associate himself with people. And I mean, we kind of already see that with Display, whoever Display is. But the Seeker of Cups just kind of says GD wishes that he still won't hesitate to, to hang out or to come talk to him if he needs to. So Lastly, the 10 of Wands. Okay, the 10 of Wands is here, and this is in cooperation with this Seeker of Cups. So this is also why I say that GD hopes that Taesung doesn't have to hesitate. If he wants to talk to GD, GD's basically reaching out and saying, hey, don't hesitate. If you want to call me, call me. I know I act like I'm super busy, or I know I'm always like doing something, but I always can have time for you. I can always make room and time for you. You know what I mean? So GD's just wishing he could tell Daesung like, hey, let's let's connect some more. I know you're very careful with how you're being very considerate of my time, and I appreciate that, but I'm here for you. I'm here for you. So yeah. Last but definitely not the least, we're gonna tap into Seungri. What would GD like to tell Seungri? Last but definitely not the least. Okay, everyone, deep breaths. Actually, before I channel into the energy of GD and Seungri, take a deep breath with me. I know you guys are kind of worried. I feel it. I feel you guys. I feel it. I can feel you. Take a deep breath, deep belly breath. I want you to inhale through your nose. Fill up your chest and your belly, and then slowly exhale through your mouth, please. One more. And exhale. All right? We're going to be okay. What does he want to tell Seungri? What would GD like to tell Seungri? What would GD like to tell Seungri? Still here. Ooh, boy. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay. All right, let's go with the bottom of the deck first. The Ruler of Cups, or the King of Cups. This is the energy that GD embodies when it comes to Seungri. So when it comes to Seungri, GD shifts his energy into a Ruler of Cups, a King of Cups. Cups, again, is water energy. Cups is about emotions, your feelings, sensitivity. All right? So again, every time Seungri is around him, or at least in this current time, his energy shifts into the Ruler of Cups. So he gets emotional in the most mature way as possible. Basically, he has an emotional attachment to Seungri. All right. Now let me explain now what I have as a spread in front of me. We have two seekers here in the spread. We have two seekers, and let me tell you what those are. First, we have the Seeker of Cups. Seeker of Cups in reverse. And then we also have the Seeker of Coins in reverse. Seekers are pages, so they're very young. These two cards, coming from GD's energy, this actually explains a little bit about feeling helpless. GD, it's almost similar to Top, but much more intense, much more drastic. GD wishes he could do more. GD wishes, again, he could do more. He also wants to say there's a lot of confusion going on right now. Basically, he wishes he could do more, but he also questions himself. It's like, Seungri, I wish I could do more for you, but even where I stand, I'm still confused with what's happening. And the thing is, you're just as confused, and that also breaks my heart. You are doing your best in spite of being very uncertain of what's going to happen in the future, but you still keep going. I'm very proud of you. There's a lot of huge pride here, especially with that ruler of cups in the bottom, okay? He's just like emotionally impressed by Seungri. Emotionally impressed, and he's also trying to hold it together for him. So with this ruler of cups in the bottom, this also explains, hey, I know you're going through a lot right now. I know you're going through a lot right now. And even though you don't want me to be troubled, I am still your Hyung. I'm still here for you. I'm still on your side. I still believe you. I'm still here to listen to you. The seekers, these two seekers, are both GD and Seungri. They're both being very careful with each other. GD doesn't want to offend Seungri. Seungri doesn't want to offend GD. You know what I mean? They don't want to offend each other, so they're very cautious with each other's energies. But there's so much, how I should say, reciprocation, even though it's quiet, even though it's silent. And he's like, hey, okay, I'll give you something here. The Six of Cups is a very positive card. This talks about how much history that they have. GD's like, you think I'm going to quit on you just because of what had happened? You think I haven't effed up? You know what I mean? GD, if I could like translate it for him energetically, GD is trying to tell Seungri, you think just because of mistakes that you've done, you think I'm like not gonna be there for you? I've fucked up too. He's reminding Seungri energetically that we're all human, right? We're all human, right? He says no matter what, basically, Six of Cups says we have too much history to give up on each other. That's what GD's energy says. He knows there's too much history down the line to just give up that easily, right? And he feels bad that there's not that much that can be done right now. So we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Basically, he looks at Seungri. He's like, look, I know right now it looks like there's no options. It looks like we're just 0 right now. It looks like it's point blank. But right now, if you're trying to be patient and if you need someone to be patient with you, then I'm willing to be patient with you too, right? I'm willing to be patient with you too. And that's what that Six of Cups talks about. Then we also have the Eight of Coins in reverse. Eight of Coins in reverse. He has not said this to Seungri. This one, I am sure. He has not said this to Seungri, but this is definitely something he wishes or energetically wants to. Eight of Coins really breaks my heart. Eight of Coins says, I can't work properly even without you. Eight of Coins says, I'm too distracted because sometimes I'm thinking about how you're doing. Eight of Coins is about being distracted. I told you, right? GD tries to remove himself from negative energy by being productive as possible. It works, but it doesn't change the fact that there might have been tendencies where GD might feel like, oh, like I'm thinking about Seungri again. How is he doing? You know what I mean? It's basically Eight of Coins in reverse says it's not the same. It doesn't feel the same. And I'm still in this middle zone of adapting, right? He's adapting, but he's being patient about it and he's being emotionally mature about it. Okay, he's not crying about it. GD's not crying about it. If you are hitting the ruler point, this rulers or the King of Cups doesn't cry about it. He's just being emotionally in tune, right? He's being emotionally in tune and he's emotionally mature. Okay. So, ooh, that was heavy. Oh, did you get that? Michanaba. All right. All right. Before I continue, energy check-in. How are you guys? You guys okay? Hang in there, guys. Everything will be all right. It was just a very heavy question our pair wanted to know. Breathe, everyone. Let me give you an interlude. I'm gonna drink water. Take a breather. I'm gonna drink some water. Everyone okay? Remember when GD had a scandal soon we cried a lot? Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that. You good? That's good. Deep breaths. Okay. Virtual hugs. Yes, virtual hugs to all. So let's move forward. Let's move forward. By the way, if this is your first time watching, please do keep in mind I will be checking Twitter. If you guys, I would appreciate it if you don't talk about this reading outside of this channel. So if I see you recording my stream and posting it on Twitter or anywhere else, please delete it. Please delete it. I will honestly report you. I will honestly report you because one, you shouldn't be doing that. It's a YouTube video. It should stay on YouTube. Okay? So if I find you and you get reported, that might be me. But the whole point of that is because everything I say today, it's obviously just read from the cards. And also there are things that we want manifesting, right? So we shouldn't dwell on things. So don't dwell on it. Just, again, whatever we talk or discuss about here stays here. Hope you understand that. Ate, I just wanted to ask, will you open the last JIYONG read? I already did. Well, it's private now. Someone asked me to put GD's older reading public, and I did for a day before this went live. So you missed out. It was public for a day. I left it public for a day before I went with this one. So, sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, we're going to move forward. We're going to move on. Let's see. The next question. Oh, here we go. So the next question from the pair. Oh, don't be sorry. It's okay. I expected this. I mentally prepared myself for this reading to be draining because that's what it is. Okay. Have you done Big Bang reading? I have. I already read Big Bang as a group. Yep. It's on my channel, so if you want to see it, it's on my channel. Anyway, so I will read Big Bang. I will read Big Bang on, when am I reading it? 잠시만요. I think 2 days before. Yeah, so I will read Big Bang. They're booked on August 17. So 2 days before their anniversary and 1 day before GD's birthday. So don't miss out. I will be reading Big Bang as a group. Okay? August 17. August 17, I will be reading Big Bang as a group. Literally 2 days before their anniversary. Okay, anyway, moving on. So, what was the question? Okay, so the pair is asking, is GD happy with how YG Entertainment is currently being ran? Oh, all right. Let's see if we can find some tea in this question. Is GD happy with how YG Entertainment is running things now? Is GD happy with how YG Entertainment is running things now? Is GD... Actually, I'm going to also use Oracle decks. Let me get this deck too to clarify. Actually, I'll use this deck first. Is GD content or happy with how YG Entertainment is managing now or running the company? You see that card fly? Let's see what it says. Oh? Eh? Wait a minute. Why? Oh, okay. All right. I'll show you what those cards are in a bit. Let me pull some tarot first. So is GD happy with how YG Entertainment is running their company right now? Wait. Oh. Oh man. Wow. Okay. One more card. I'm dead. One more card. Is GD happy with how YG Entertainment? That's too much. Only one. I only need one. Is GD happy with how YG Entertainment is running the company? I love it. Okay. So he is. Okay, he is. But not gonna lie, there is some salt. He's happy. He's like glad. He's glad that he sees YG Entertainment doing better. He does acknowledge that. But there is some salt. So let me explain a little bit. So we have literally, with the Oracle deck that I have right now, we have Take Action. And this card just says, with the angels, basically GD's like, oh, good, you're actually working. Or, oh, good, you're actually doing something, like, about things, right? He's like, oh, good, you're actually doing progress, right? And so GD does acknowledge the difference there is from back then until now. And we also have opportunities, right? Opportunity is here. So he does acknowledge that, you know, YG Entertainment has built new opportunities for them to start over. But here comes the salt, okay? Here comes the salt. GD with the 10 of Swords is like, well, I'm happy for you, but literally, why'd y'all have to wait this long? Why'd y'all have to wait this long? Like, why did we, older artists, have to be your guinea pigs? You know what I mean? Why did we have to be your trial and error? Why did we have to be your trial and error in order for you to get it together? So, yeah. Obviously, he hasn't said that. He hasn't told them that. We have the moon card. We have the moon card. We have the moon card. And he does acknowledge. So remember, I had the world card in reverse, saying there was a lot of unfinished business or, you know, plans that never came up to the surface. there is that salt, and he does acknowledge it was partly because of YG Entertainment too. So the world card in reverse came back. The world in reverse came back again to talk about how those plans that he's had before with him and with Big Bang, you know, he understands that YG Entertainment is a factor. Okay. So he understands they are a factor. But again, he is glad. Okay, the positive end is he is glad that he could see YG has made a difference. YG Entertainment is going through a difference. They're gradually getting it better and better. Slowly but steady. You know what I mean? But again, there's that salt, that 10 of Swords. Okay. So, yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Anyways. Yes. Yep. So he's glad they got their shit together in the end. Yes. No, he is happy. He is happy and glad that they finally got their ish together. But the salt comes from the past. He's like, look, I'm glad you got it together. Really. I'm relieved that people after us do not have to experience what we have to experience or what we had to back then. That's what I'm relieved at. Like, that's what I'm glad at. That's exactly what GD's energy says. Okay. He's glad that all the newer ones don't have to experience the BS that they have, you know? So in a way, he is glad and happy. He is. But again, the saltiness comes from like, oh, why did it have to wait this long? You know? It'd be like that. Trial and error. It really be like that. Anyway. Just want to ask Boate, does Yang Hyun-suk still have a position in YG? I will ask me that later because I'm going to finish the questions from the pair. Okay? So ask me that question later. Remind me when I'm done because I still have more questions. Okay? I still have more questions. So people, okay, you guys are complaining about the YG calendar on my live chat. Personally, I don't have a problem with the YG calendar. I'm okay with the calendar. In fact, I think it's good. So I'm sorry, but I kind of have to disagree with y'all are discussing there. I'm okay with how they're doing it in multiple. Granted, yes, maybe the only bad thing about it is that there's overshadowing, but at the end of the day, it just kind of leaves them more room to experiment instead. Okay. I'm okay with the YG calendar, so sorry, I kind of disagree with y'all. All right. So next question is okay, see, we're going on. Okay, next is how does GD feel about their hubes in YGE? Yeah, I'm okay with the calendar. I'm honestly okay with the calendar because before I go into this question, people that are kind of low-key complaining about the YG calendar, understand it that you're looking at the calendar because you want every artist to benefit, right? I get it. I completely get it. It's not fair if you're looking at it per artist, right? Individually. But if you're looking at it as a whole company, that all these groups are for YG, then it's good. It's beneficial. It's not as beneficial per artist, but it's beneficial for the whole company. And it sounds selfish of YG Entertainment, right? It does. I'm not going to discredit that. You're going to be like, well, then screw YG Entertainment. That's so selfish of them. But you got to understand, That's how the K-pop industry works. That's how the K-pop industry works. And I've been saying it. It's too fast. And they have to keep up. They have to keep up. They have to. So I get where your point is. I get where your point is. But you're looking at it in perspective of the benefits for your fave only. But if you're looking at it as a whole picture, this is beneficial to them for the company. I hate to break it to you like that, but there's still political business factors. Okay, sorry, I had to rant about that because you guys are still talking about it on my live chat. Okay, anyway, moving on. So how does GD feel about their Hoobiz? How does GD feel about their Hoobiz? Okay, how does GD feel about their Hoobiz? Oh, that's so cute. Is that all of them? No way. Are you kidding me right now? Okay. No way. I freaking love that. Is that all of them? Is that for all of his Hoobiz? It is for all of the Hoobiz. Okay. We love that. So, GD loves them. Let's just put it simply. Okay. GD loves all his Hoobiz. He does. He has like a, how should I say, an attraction to them. He's like drawn to them. He does. Now let me explain what's really cool. Okay, let me explain what's really cool. But first, the love part literally comes from the Lovers card. Okay, the Lovers card. This is Gemini energy. Lovers card here actually wants to explain that GD gets reminiscent. GD gets reminiscent when he sees his Hoobiz. So he's like, oh, I remember back then when I used to be that young. GD will be like, oh, I remember when I used to be that young and passionate, being a rookie, you know, and working super hard like that. I remember that time. And it makes him happy. It makes him happy. And he gets inspired too. He looks at his Hoobiz and he gets his own inspiration. Okay, Ace of Swords is here. He gets actual inspiration from the youth, which is obviously good. Sometimes, even though you are at the top of your A game, sometimes you can get inspiration from those younger than you. And I explained this too in the Hyunsuk and Asahi reading. I get this from the Hyunsuk and Asahi reading before, right? I told you guys that one of Hyunsuk's, lessons in life was to learn that it doesn't matter how old you are, or it doesn't matter how superior you are. You can always learn something. Okay, you can always learn something. So in that same aspect, GD is also experiencing that with his Hoobiz. He's like, oh yeah, they're great. They're young. They're young. They're really motivated. They're very energetic, and it's nice to see that. Okay, so Ace of Swords, he gets inspired. He does have an admiration. Okay, also, what's interesting, so kind of like continuing off like the YG Entertainment question, we have the Star card. Okay, the Star card, Aquarius energy. This says that he has high hopes that his Hoobiz, all of them, right? GD's energy says that all of his Hoobiz in the company are the Star. Basically, he's like, the future of YG Entertainment is bright because of his Hoobiz. Don't you just love that? The Star card is about hope. The Star card is about rekindling and finding a light at the end of the tunnel. GD truly believes that there's potential in his hubes. He literally sees that there could be a legacy that comes from his hubes. He literally sees with the star card, he's like, they're going to, there's a bright future. Like YG Entertainment's future is bright because my hubes are bright. Okay. And 8 of Swords in reverse. This talks about him not worried about them. Basically, he has high hopes for the kids. He's just like, oh, they'll do great. They'll do fine. They're doing amazing now, and they'll be okay in the future. I'm not too worried about them. That's what his energy says. Alrighty. Okay. Okay. Next question. We're almost done, actually. Next question. Here we go. What does he want to say to VIPs? All right, it's VIPs time. It is the VIPs time. Okay. What does he want to say to VIPs, if he could? What does he want to say energetically? What does he want to say to VIPs? Thank you. This is very similar to the first reading. This is very similar to the first GD reading that I did. Okay, I need an oracle deck. What does he want to... I knew it. Okay. Wait. Okay. Too much. Yep. All right. So what does GD want to say to the VIPs, right? So we have first the 10 of Swords in reverse. 10 of Swords in reverse is explaining that GD hopes that the fandom will not cling on to the past. Basically, he's like, hey, what's done is done. What's done is done. We can't change the past. We can only learn from it and move forward. All right? 10 of Swords. We gotta learn if we hold on to the past, we're never gonna get better from it. GD says if we keep dwelling on what already had happened, then we're never going to experience true peace. We're never going to experience true peace. The Hierophant. GD wants to remind you what's more important. He appreciates the support, the avid support, and the utmost amount of patience and loyalty. He does. However, GD does want you to remind yourself what is truly important. Basically, he wants to ask you, what have you been doing with your own life while you are waiting? He wishes and he hopes that whatever is going on, whatever had happened before and what's going on right now, he hopes that this does not affect you to the point where you're kind of wasting your own life, you know? He says, I know you don't, like, I know and I understand it's uncertain right now, but I truly hope that you're still doing something with your time. That's what I truly want for my fans. I want them to still thrive, even if we are quiet, right? The Hierophant says, I hope you understand and I hope you get aligned with what you need to do for yourself. Don't prioritize us. Prioritize yourself first. He is genuinely concerned about what you guys do for your lives. He wants to see you grow. He wants to see you happy. He wants to see you successful. He doesn't want you just waiting around for them. There's more important things than just K-pop. Why does his energy say that? Is because they're also doing it too. While they are waiting, they're still doing something about their lives. And he's genuinely hoping VIPs are doing the same. Okay. Now we also have Oracle deck. Don't let your past hold you back. See? Don't let your past hold you back. Move on, move forward. And then if you need to rest, meditate and contemplate. Have you really meditated? Have you really thought about what you were doing? Have you really thought about what you are doing? I'm seeing some of you. I know you're just trying to make it like as a comedic relief right now or a comic relief. I'm seeing some of you, you're joking around about, oh yeah, don't worry. We're productive. We're paying attention to your juniors while we're waiting for you. While yes, that's cute, please do not, please take this seriously. This energy is serious. I'm not trying to say this in a joking matter. This advice coming from GD's end, wholeheartedly, he really truly wishes you do something better. I'm not trying to rain on your parade. Yes, go ahead, support the Hubes, support the younger ones. Sure, that's fine. If you're happy to do that, do it. I'm doing it, right? But at the same time, there's so much more. There's so much more than this K-pop life. I do this, sure. And I do some, like, for my example, I'm a VIP. I've been a VIP since 2006, right? And I'm still here. And yes, I'm currently enjoying my time being a treasure maker. But what else am I doing with my life? I'm working my butt off, you know what I mean? I'm trying to thrive off, Are you guys doing the same thing? Are you guys doing the same thing? A lot of you also like to come at me too. It's like, say, hey, Jen, how come your reactions are late? How come da 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 da? Because I have a life. Because I actually have a life. I'm doing something with my life outside of these readings, outside of reaction videos, and I'm like energetically aligned with GD right now in this advice. So just saying. So okay. Moving forward. Anything else he wants to say to VIPs? Anything he would like to say to VIPs? Anything else? Okay, good. There it is. Okay, so this one was very exciting. So, for everyone, for all the VIPs, of course, whether you are being productive with your life or not, GD just says, thank you. Okay, thank you, Six of Cups. Thank you so much for being our supporter. Thank you for going to the ends of the earth for us. And thank you for all the history that you have given or that you have been with us this whole time. As reward, he says he hopes, his energy hopes that you get to see what he's been working on. Remember what I said that he's been working? Page of Swords is back. And the Three of Coins is back. So those two cards earlier from the beginning of this reading is back. So he's like, thank you guys so much. Because of your loyalty, because of your patience, don't worry. Soon enough, you'll see what I've been doing. You'll see what I've been up to. You'll see what I've been up to. Okay. Cool. Let's move on. Now, okay. What can VIPs do for GD? How can we help? Is there something he needs to hear from us? Ooh. Okay. What can VIPs do for GD? So we have abundance. Just support him. Support him. Patience. All right. Just be patient. When the time comes, okay, just support him with the abundance. But again, patience is loud. All right. Okay, good. So again, abundance. Support him when the time is right. Just be patient for now. And assuringly enough, there will be success. Okay? There will be success at the end of the tunnel. All right? During Top's reading, one of you asked me, what could you do, right? What could you do as fans? And I did mention that in order for, say, a group thing to happen, you have to highlight and really be loud enough and supportive enough about the solos. So say if GD makes a comeback, if Top makes a comeback, Taesung, Youngbae, right? You got to be loud enough. You got to be working, right? So that abundance here is there to remind you about that. If you're going to support them, because that's going to set them for the future as a group. Basically, their future lies in your hands, kind of thing, right? This is why success is here. Now, another thing that you could do as fans for GD or for Big Bang, we have, again, ruler of coins, king of coins. And I keep mentioning this throughout the whole reading. And it's very similar to the patience card. Coins is earth energy, earth sign. Earth energy is about consistency, persistence, steady pacing, right? Going at a steady pace. And that's why patience is here as well. So as an advice from VIPs, don't rush things. Don't rush things. Even when they make a comeback, don't rush the success. Don't have instantaneous expectations that once they're back, you're going to have to do everything all at once. No, go at a manageable pace. Okay? Go at a manageable pace. They're not expecting you to give them, 20 wins when they come back. I mean, it'll be great, sure, but that's just a bonus. That's just the bonus. Do what you can. Do what you can, not what you feel like you should. All right. Moving on. Here we go. So we're going to go to this last question and then we're going to do predictions. How are things going with his comeback? So I already kind of talked about it in the beginning that he's working on something with other people. But let's see. How are his comeback preparations? How are things going with his comeback preparations musically? How are things going with his comeback preparations? It's going. Ooh, I did say that. Crap. I did say that he's been working on it, right? And that he's almost done. Yeah. So he's been really busy. These are Conqueror of Coins, Conqueror of Swords. Conquerors are knights, right? Knights are movements, action. Okay. And these two, so we have swords. This is about communication, speaking, negotiation. And then coins are about investments, financial investments, ideas as well. And so he's been working in those two aspects. And the momentum is pretty fast. Why? Because we have the Eight of Wands. So I did mention earlier with that World card, I told you that he's almost done with certain things that involves other people, right? So in terms of his comeback preparations, he's almost done. He's almost ready. GD is almost ready and he's at a fast pace. And I told you earlier that he's not, like, he's been kind of stressed and he's been scatterbrained just because he's doing a lot of things right now. So yeah. So that's what's going on. So let's go into the predictions. Now, if you have reached this point in the reading, in the live stream, okay, I'm going to do some predictions. But once again, do not dwell on what I am saying today, especially in these predictions, because predictions are never, 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 never. Predictions are never 100% set in stone, okay? Again, the energy is always shifting. The universe is always working, and GD still has that free will of choice to make changes. So if I am focusing on channeling some future predictions and downloads, just take it with a grain of salt, okay? Okay. What can we see in the future from GD? What can we predict out of GD? No, you're kidding me. Huh. All right. 1 second. Okay. Wow. All right. So, GD. How do I even say this? Again, take this with a grain of salt. This is like maybe not kind of prediction. This is a maybe not. But if it is going to happen, It might be that he'll have a show before an actual comeback. Maybe. GD might have an actual show before he announces a comeback. Maybe. Please hold on to that maybe. I say this because it's still in debate. His own show, like a concert. Not a TV show, but like a concert. All right. He's still debating it though. But if it happens, okay, if it happens, basically imagine GD performing on stage, and he's going to have like a really nice, set list. He's going to have a really nice set list, a really fluid, smooth set list. And then towards the encore, everyone's like, encore, whether it is online or not, doesn't matter. Okay. Don't think about that stuff. Okay. You're getting too detailed. What I'm saying is towards the encore, before it, he'll be like, surprise, you're getting an album from me. It's almost like, almost kind of like Icon before, where he was like, where they were like, they had their fan meeting and then surprise, we have Icon TV. It's kind of like that kind of feeling. So again, if he does a show like that, just expect him to make the announcements. Definitely not Coachella though. Definitely not Coachella, because it's his own show, not Coachella. All right. Let's see. Let me pull. Look, believe in the impossible, my favorite. Blue Moon. Hello, welcome to the Blue Moon Lounge. Believe in the impossible. We love it here. Believe in the impossible. Believe in the impossible. That says a lot. Anything else you can find out? Fair? Let me see. What? Okay. Remember in the... Oh, I see. Remember in the top reading, you guys were asking if there's going to be any chance that Big Bang's going to have a comeback as a group. So here is what I'm going to tell you. I told you that before a Big Bang comeback, you're probably going to get a unit. instead first. Okay? So your chances of getting a unit first is higher than an actual group come back first. And it's showing up again in this reading. It's showing up again in this reading, a unit. All right? Not a full Big Bang group, not a 4, not an OT4, not an OT5, a unit. Okay? So leave it up to your imagination there. All right. Now, here is something I would like to say. This is also still debated, excuse me. This is kind of what's happening right now. This is still an if. This is still an maybe or maybe not, because it's still in discussion. It's still in discussion. 9 of Swords in reverse. Now, you might... Do I just spoil it? I'm just going to spoil it. Should I just spoil it? I'm just going to spoil it. Okay, so all those updates that you've been seeing with Top, all those updates that you've been seeing with Top, it's not just for him. He's not doing all that work just for him. He's being a representative right now. Top is being a representative. So you can fill in the blanks there. You can fill in the blanks there. People have been making the assumptions that, you know, Top's here just to do it, you know, for himself. And that may be true. Again, keyword is maybe. That may be true. But don't think that there's no possibility that GD could be also involved. Yeah, boy. Anyways, if you want it to manifest, don't dwell on it. Don't think about it. After watching this reading, don't think about it. Put it in the back of your brain. You didn't even hear me. In fact, I don't exist. Okay? In fact, I don't exist. If you want this to happen, set it, forget it. Set the intention, then forget it. All right, let the universe do its magic. Now, moving on. Anything else? Ooh, is this an endorsement? It is another endorsement. Wait, 1, 2. 2 more endorsements are in line. Not announced yet, but it's already done. He's already filmed this. He's already did photo shoots for this. There's 2 new endorsements that's in line for GD. Already done. So expect that very soon to come in line. Still making that money. Still making that money. There's 2 of them already done. Body wash? I'm dead. Okay. Anything else? Okay. So wait, what was that download? Hold on real quick. Huh? Is this because of the company? No. No way. Okay. That's a big one. Okay. So how do I even explain this? This is actually a pretty big deal. So I know that I don't know now, but from what I remember, most YG artists had or has a share, right? They're shareholders also in the company, right? I don't want to get too political and I don't want to get too, statistically in this, but there's going to be something positive that's going to happen for GD and YG Entertainment. It might be dealing with his shares in the company. Okay? It might be very, it's just going to be involved with what kind of shares he has in the company. And there might be a reflection here of what's going to happen. Some of you might like this. Some of you might hate it. Some of you will really love this, but then a lot of you might really hate this. I'm not going to say what exactly, just kind of go off of what I'm saying energetically, because just, yeah. Just saying. Why? Because I don't want to say it too detailed. I don't want to. It's like in Tagalog. In Tagalog, how do I say in Tagalog? Ayokong magsalita ng tapos, yung ganon. That's the phrase I'm gonna say. I don't want to speak that in as if it's really happening. It's just potentially. Okay? But some of you will probably love that for him, and others of you might hate it because some of you might. It's because if this happens, you probably might not see GD ever again. That's my point. If this happens, you may never see GD ever again, like in the industry. If they see what I mean. That's why. That's literally why. Is it personal? No. Well, I mean, no, it's not personal. It's business. Just like Teddy? Maybe. Not exactly, not entirely, but kind of. Like Jinushan or Teddy. Yeah, kind of. See what I mean? See, look at all of your reactions right now in this live chat. Some of you are being understanding of it. Some of you are hating it. See what I mean? And that's exactly why I'm like, oh, well. Yep, there you go. And that's exactly what yeah. I'm not going to tell you what exactly is going to happen. Just know that he might be more involved in the company, where it might not really remove him, but he's going to be more immersed behind the scenes than anything. Why? Because it looks to me energetically, everyone is going to hit that point in time. It's almost like borderline retirement, but not really. Borderline retirement, but not really. Like Teddy. Teddy's not retired in the music industry, but he is a retired performer. Something like that. All right, anything else? Let's see. Okay, yeah. So that, okay, cards, that says so much because you're ending it at here. So sadly, I can't predict all too much right now. I'm going to have to wait until the Big Bang group reading in August 17. But the last thing I have to say prediction-wise is that everything's going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. The 10 of cups, and the 9 of coins. 9 of coins. So he's working on a lot of things right now. Okay, he's currently working on a lot of options, a lot of reinforcements, and it's going to be all right. Everyone's going to enjoy this. So what I'm trying to say is expect GD to come through with a lot of things for the fandom. He's not going to leave you guys hanging. You know what I mean? GD's not like that. He'll never leave you guys hanging. He's not going to leave you hanging with, like, you know, like in the dark kind of thing. He's going to give you so much, and you're going to be like, oh my God, thank you. And he's going to kind of slowly ease you in to a new chapter. And what I mean by new chapter is that potential, like I said, that potential thing that he's thinking about. This is not confirmed, okay? I told you, don't dwell on this. But if this happens, he's going to ease the fandom into this transition. Okay? So, yeah. I'm sorry. I wish I could predict more, but it looks like the cards are just like, nope, you're ending it here, and we'll talk about it later. So we'll probably talk about it more in the Big Bang group reading. So, yeah. Let's pull some cards. Let's check his aura. I agree with you, Megan David. I agree. Anyways, let's check on GD's aura. How is his aura like now? All right. His heart space is aligned. We have the love card, or the heart space, the heart chakra. His aura has a lot of green. We also have his third eye kind of pretty active. He's been having very vivid dreams these days. It's probably because he's been really in his creative state and working really hard. So a lot of that, you know, inspiration is coming through. So his third eye chakra is active. His heart space is super active. So green and purple aura. What else? More green. Look, more green. Compassion. Jan, how about Yang Hyun-suk? Why are we wanting to know about Yang Hyun-suk all of a sudden? If you want me to read into Yang Hyun-suk, book him. I don't want to tap into his energy, bro. Not to be mean, but do I really want to be tapped into Yang Hyun-suk's? No, not really. I don't want to. I don't want to. No, thank you. I'll ask that in a bit. Just let me focus on this question. Okay. Okay, so we also have presence, his root chakra. We have red. So red, purple, and green. Anything else? Is that it? Huh. Orange. So solar plexus. Sacral. Okay. So he's really valuing all his relationships, all his connections, his networks right now. So we have green, red, orange, purple. Green, red, orange, and purple. Oh, GD. Okay. Yeah, green, red, orange, and purple. So, yeah, that's all we got right now. His aura's pretty aligned. Okay. To end with Yang Hyun-suk's energy. Yeah, I guess, if you really want me to. Well, what about him anyway? Like, what about him? Like, I don't understand why you want me to read him anyway. What do you want me to read into him? Maybe I'll think about it. What do we want to know about Hyun-suk? Yang Hyun-suk. Like, you really want me to... Is it weird if I want to chip into... Do as you please, I guess. His relationship with Yang Hyun-suk? Is he in control of YG? No. I don't even need to pull cards for that. Why? I don't need to pull cards for that. Yang Hyun-suk is not in control of YG anymore. Yeah, see? 7 of Wands. He stepped down. 7 of Wands in reverse. He stepped down. He's not in charge. He's not in charge. He's not there to manage. He's not there to have a say. He stepped down. 7 of Wands is about stepping down. Yeah, King of Wands in reverse. If this was upright, that means he's leading things, but no, it's reversed. He's not involved in any of that right now. He's not involved. No involvement of that sort. So, hope that answers your question. Let's pull advice now for GD. Will he come back? Do you want him to come back? Do you miss him that much? Do you want to talk about it? I'm such a punk. I'm kidding. Don't be offended. I'm joking. I'm pulling your leg. You miss him? You want to talk about missing him? I can't. I'm joking, okay? I'm such a meanie. I'm sorry. Oops. I'm terrible. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's pull some advice for GD. My Leo is coming out. What do you mean? I'm always Leo. Is Young Hyunsuk your bias wrecker? Oh, interesting. Look, for GD and for VIPs, look, the end of a tough cycle approaches. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Bring love into the situation. All right. Surrender to the divine. Okay, so trust more. Be patient. I told you that already. Last one. Hold your vision. Whatever it is that you are hoping for, just hold on to that. There is still hope. All right. So, I can't with myself. Let's pull some more Oracle deck cards from the angels. Anything we need to know, angels, before we end the stream? Wow, opportunity came out again. Okay, opportunity came out again. Clarify it. Yeah. All right. So remember I told you about what GD wanted to say to VIPs. Like, don't let the past hold you back, right? Don't dwell in the past. Okay, we have forgiveness here, but it's also up to you, obviously. So that salt that you guys may have, excuse me. No need to worry. So that is what the angels are saying. Okay? No need to worry. All right, we are done today. We are absolutely done with all of this reading for GD. Thank you guys so much. If you have made it to the end of this reading, thank you so much. Whether you have started from the beginning, whether you just came in, thank you guys so much. Guys, thank you. Seriously, I appreciate all your support watching these streams. Again, if there's something you want to manifest out of this reading, just don't think about it. Set it and forget it. Let it happen on its own, right? Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Tomorrow I will be back around the same time, and I am going to read Jihoon and Asahi. All right. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Yes, and thank you to the anonymous VIP who paid for this reading. I really do appreciate it. Thank you again. Yeah. Again, I'll be back tomorrow, and I will read Jihoon and Asahi's dynamic. Jisahi. Love you guys too. Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Reactions. Yes, I was supposed to post my reaction to Treasure Map episode 54. I'll do that. So what I'll do is try to finish editing my reaction to Treasure Map episode 54, and then tomorrow I'm going to watch episode 55 and 56 today. I'm going to do a double reaction since they go together. So yeah. Akmu reaction also will be coming soon. Hanbin reaction, because I only recently watched his vlogs, so I did a reaction to that, so that's coming as well. I'm also finally finishing Icon and Coney camping, and then I'm still fixing my Patreon, so there's a lot going on. So just please, 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 I appreciate all of your patience on this channel with all those other content and my Patreon. Also, another thing, I am doing full moon and Aquarius readings. So if you follow me on Twitter, Blue Moon Insight, make sure you're to follow that. I will be making a thread on what to expect for this full moon in Aquarius tomorrow. So if you need guidance, personal guidance, I will be posting a thread. Personal readings are open, so you guys can book a reading with me if you want. I have slots available, and if there is, if you need a different slot, you can always feel free to DM me and see if there is any date that I can open up for you. So make sure to do that. Hit me up on Twitter. Funding is still ongoing. Just check my community tab here on the channel and see who is being funded right now. Yeah, that's it. It's pretty simple. Everything else, yeah, just thank you for your patience. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Take care. I'll see you guys very soon. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Goodbye. Thank you. Make good choices. Spread love. Be patient. Be kind to one another. Bye. Yes. Bye-bye. Oh, actually, I just remembered something. Someone earlier asked me, this was earlier into the reading or into the stream. Do you guys want me to still go on Twitter Space tomorrow? Someone asked me, but if not, I don't have to. But some of you were asking if I can go on Twitter Space. But if not, it's all good. Let me know. All right, I'm going to get going. I'm going to going now for real. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.